Scott of Wessex Blades. Carrying on with the Goloks, I've ground the other ones which are badasses, but the geometry is the same on what I do with these. So I have a main angle, and when I get down to sort of 2mm, I then put a different angle on it. So they both got the same thing, so the grinder's still set up. So I've permanent markered on there and give myself a guideline to follow to get the bevels so they look even, if that makes sense. Now whether that is actually the exact line I'm going to be, if I look along the line and I'm absolutely 1mm away from it that side and the other I'm 1mm away from it that side, then I use that as a guide next time I write it on the wall and it's 22mm up, 25mm up, and that's the guideline for that blade. For this one it's about 25. Okay, so for what given angle is, the height of the thing is that, so that's the guideline, and I'll get up to just about that line as I'm going along. Like the other side, just about. All depends how much material I've used, surface grinding it to how thick the stock's going to be. For the angle it's going to be the same, but the actual height could be ever so slightly different each time depending on how much surface grinding I do. Following me so far. So off we go with these Goloks. I thought, word on belts. Ceramic are great. They wear a lot more efficiently than something like these blue ones with the Zerk. It's just a difference in cost. I'm about to get some from ground flat stock, so I'll let you know how I get on with those. But I got I think a sear on it at the moment, set to the sort of shallow angle. I'll do a more coarse angle later on, but because I've already knocked the 90s off, when I go to that now that way up, it's not going to be as damaging to the belt hitting that 90 degree. There's already a bevel of such on there. So I get set up and see you in a bit. Big believer in is a massive table. Now I can't really push it along the jig any much further that way because I'm running out of room there before it drops off the end. So I generally end up just hitting the mount. So I've got to have a bit of a play, plus with the slightly downward angle I can't have it hitting there. And anyway, let's make a go of it. Make a start and get the first pass on. And get the camera in a slightly better position. So, here we go. I'll try and push it 5mm forward because I'm still hitting that. Should have been a 700 table. This will be fun. stabilisation going on the far end, so that's what the noise is. So that's the main bevel done on Dave's. Now I've got the second angle going. So what I've done is put the cutting edge on the other Golok. So this is what's happening on Dave's now. So that's the main one. Got a leading angle, a low angle, and then this one's a slightly steeper one to protect the edge, and then eventually it'll all get blurred and convexed in. So when you end up sharpening these things, you only got to sharpen the bottom end, but because it's leaner, once it starts making the cut, you got less resistance and friction, because behind that cutting edge is a lean cutting angle behind it. Right, so that one's already done. Right, so let's mount this up. Even though it's a fine finishing belt, it'll still have a burr on it, which will have to be took off like on a strop or buffing wheel of some description, keeping it cool. But that's now put the cutting edge on. I'm going to do down the badasses, but that's the sort of same stage as what this is getting on the Golok. Cake! I want cake! Have you got any cake? Have you got any cake? What have you got in your box? Is it cake? Oh, savoury. What have you got? Off with wall? What'd you do? Static or something? I have a Greg's delivery. Work stops, doesn't matter what you covered in your hands. Thank you. They say you can't buy happiness, but you can buy sweet treats or savoury. What have we got then? Oh, it's a double bag. I can't see what's in there. It's a little bakey thingy. Thank you. I love you. This is yum yum. Lovely, thank you.
Have any sausage rolls?
No, lovely. Now all the sort of boosts I try and give anybody I can. Up here, where I'm going there, is Ant from 7K Metalworx. And you'll notice I've been using these for must be 2 years old now. 7K Metalworx jig, multi-position jig. Now I don't need to angle it because I angle the plan. But once I've got it set at 90, that's it. I'm able to just keep continually using it as a nice easy jig that slides and is heavy. Okay, because a lot of my blades are large, so there's a lot of weight forward action. So I don't want it to tip forward. That one's set up all the time to give me a slight angle on the plunge of my knives. A slight angle, so the knife goes on like that. So vertical would be like that. Exactly. Maybe that's French. Okay. But for other ones, quite high one, I'm able to use this, which is just a nice big, heavy brute. So he does those as well, where the front thing is basically drilled right through for clearance, and the back plate is the one that's been piloted and tapped. So you've got threads in the back plate, but that one has got clearance holes right the way through. It just keeps it cool. But I like it because it's heavy. Everything about my Thor grinder is heavy. Okay, the tool arms, Mr. Norse that made it, still needs a plug when he gets going. Alright, that's 50mm solid. Yeah, so you can imagine the mass of this thing. So there's a different form of vibration compared with if it was a tube or an aluminium tooling arm. But that's yeah, that's what I use. Not that I haven't tried freehand grinding. You know, I used to do freehand grinding on the old 4x36. I used to freehand grind with an angle grinder. I'm able to get consistent results. Okay, there's some gurus out there who can do it by hand. That's fine. They measure up the top, measure the height of the grind, or whatever they do, and they make it consistent. They get consistent results. I get consistent results in my little workshop using a jig. But anyway, back to the Golok. Now, which one's Dave? Not that one. Okay, so nudging on 5 o'clock now. So here's Dave's. It may be at back to front because of the flippy camera. That's the stage it's at the moment. So main bevel is what I call the main bevel, which is the big scoochy grade effort, and then the fine edge that I've put on, which is a less acute bevel. So that's the working edge. And so when you can do delicate tasks with that working edge, but behind it it's leaner than if it was 14 degrees per side like a Scandi would be, or like a saber grind, which is like half a damping and then like that. So it's quite a lean sort of approach, rather than like a flat Martindale's Golok and then 18 degrees per side or whatever it is that gets. This is a whole lot more performance to it, but it will be protected because it will end up getting convexed. Technical stuff. Anyway, so I'm off inside and off to the video, so that'll be the rest of the day. So thanks for joining me again. 2 Goloks done, and I've slipped in a yeoman, which is my sort of scouting sort of knife. Left the handle on that yeoman. Just get the crook of your finger in there like that. If you've got big hands, if you've got small hands, your little finger goes in there. So that for me is plenty good enough. Thanks for joining me again. It's got Wessex Blades.